G'day, Adam Grocke from Johnston Grocke here with John Grocke and Andrew Brown, here to give you the weekly update for what's happening in the financial planning world, the accounting world and SMEs, and also what's happening in the mortgage broking world. So, John, we'll start with you. What have you seen over the last week?
Adam, thanks for that. Look, I think the first thing to say is that South Australia is right at the lead with this. We look as though we're potentially going to get back to a bit of normality sooner than most of our other states in Australia. So that's a really good thing. And I think we're really fortunate to be in Australia and sparsely populated, which helps us navigate this uncertain time better. So good news for Australia and really good news for South Australia. On the economic scene, manufacturing indices globally are really starting to demonstrate now the supply chain disruption that's occurring. And many indices, 50 is usually considered about the even point where supply chains are operating efficiently. Anything above that is really good. Anything below that, it starts to deteriorate. Many of them are actually, now the metric is down to 20 to 30. So there's a lot of disruption in supply chains. Interestingly, I think this will only really be seen in the next quarter. So I don't think we'll see the real impact or fallout of this until the next quarter. So markets have been relatively flat, and I think markets are just marking time because of the extreme uncertainty as this hasn't been navigated before.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, but very good that South Australians have been doing the right thing, and also Australia as a country, it's been fantastic. And just we are doing social distancing, even though we're in the same location, as the viewers can tell from our background. So it's good that we're maintaining that 1.5 metre space between us, with only 2 people on the beach, which is surprising because it's beautiful out here. Andy, we'll throw to you for a second, mate. How are you finding things in the SME and business space?
Thanks, Adam. Yes, I'm the only one who's working today, so just minding the office for you guys. So hopefully you're getting a bit of vitamin D. A couple of things that have cropped up with the payments coming out finally from the state government and from the federal government. There's a few logistical hiccups, so not everybody's getting their cash coming through. There's been some crashes on the IT system from the ATO. Probably just people need to be patient. But it just emphasises so much that we don't often budget for uncertainties. So the people, if they're really tight, this is going to push them even tighter. So hang in there. It proves a little bit that the ongoing effect, like John was talking about, the supply chain on various types of businesses, is going to get tighter. And I do expect, as I said in the last week, that we might see some business failures in September. On the positive side, it does mean, and Adam, you can comment about this as well in your area, there is ability to restructure finances, and people are doing that, taking advantage of some decent rates to soften their finance costs and provide a period of time where they can work through cash flow. Rates being what they are, obviously it's advantageous to do so. So I guess at the moment it's a bit nerve-wracking because systems aren't quite working perfectly. Some payments coming through, some not. We just got to see how it's going to pan out the next week or two.
Fantastic. Thanks for that, Andy. And it'll be interesting to see how the confidence increases with SMEs out there in the market as well, as everyone starts getting back to some sort of normality, hopefully from tomorrow's announcement from the government. So in the mortgage space, what we've seen is that the lenders have cracked down quite a lot on borrowers that were looking to refinance or purchase who may have been affected by COVID-19. And so what we've seen now is that a lot of those people, we just need to wait till they get back to work or a full 100% of their income or close to before we can revisit those applications. So we're expecting a bit of a pickup in the refinancing space. Obviously, those people who still have a job and haven't been affected are still refinancing to very, very low interest rates. So interest rates, fixed interest rates as low as 2.1%, which is just phenomenal. So it's quite an active market, which is fantastic. And even if you were just going to go back to your bank and say, hey, I want a lower rate, what can you do? They're doing everything they can do just to keep that business at the moment. That's all for this week. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll come back to you next week, hopefully not sunburnt, wearing hats, slip, slop, slap, and with some more critical information for what's happening. Thank you very much.